Hello and welcome to the book review segment where we celebrate the creative works of authors, writers, poets, inspirational speakers, and what have you. And today is not an exception because we're twisting a bit today. We're looking at the work of a fantastic young man. He calls himself Vine the Poet. Of course, his real names are Izuchukwu Vine Evulukwu, and he's here to talk to us about his latest campaign and how he's enjoying his spoken word ministry, I choose to call it. Help me join me in welcoming Vine the Poet. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, nice having you.
Thank you very much.
Interesting. Yeah, very well. Good. It's good to have you this morning.
Yeah, sure.
We're moving away from books, but of course we're talking about something equally very important and strong, as it seems that words are playing a very vital role in how the world is being changed today. So let's come to Vine. What is it about an inspirational artist? I was asking him behind cameras, okay, how do I describe you, a spoken word artist? I know I've heard the likes of Uche Wadinachi and the likes here. They call themselves spoken word artists, but he chooses to call himself an inspirational artist. So what is it about it?
Okay, basically, inspirational artist means I'm someone who delivers words. I'm someone who inspires other people to do something. Because inspiration is all about gingering people, you know, making people do something ordinarily they wouldn't want to do or something. So inspiration word is just basically delivering, giving people content and all of that. And of course, it's reflected in all the works we've done so far, including writings, poems, spoken word piece, videos, and all of that.
So at what point in your life did you know that language actually has power and you can use that to influence people around you?
At a very young time. Very young time when I, started seeing people in some certain situations, and I believe that with my words, somehow it's inborn, because sometimes if you tell someone something, sometimes if it's not really inborn, the person may not really feel the impact. But there are people who God have given the gift somehow. If they construct words and give to other people, it kind of gives a kind of impact in their life. So I found that very early, that I could tell someone something, and then it goes a long way to doing something in the life of that person.
So do you look at what is happening, or you just bank on things that are trending or things that are happening? I want to talk about, because we hear what some inspirational speakers come talk to us about, how you can, just pick up something and do stuff and you become rich and all of that. It's not practical. It's not things that are practicable. And it's just like this ginger. And some people will go about it and get away with it and get through to it. And others might just try and doesn't work. So how do you go about situating things that you push out there?
Yeah, what I do basically is revolutionary works. Now, be it poetry, be it spoken word, be it writing, whatsoever, I make sure that I do something that will cause a change in the society. It's not just about doing something, singing something, or putting out something that make you rich or something like, no. It has to be something that will bring about change in the society. Of course, we take cognizance to, the ills of society and all of that, things that happen in society. How can we make it better? How can we structure? How can we make people think better? How can we make people speak better, think better, grow better, and all of that? So all of these things are encapsulated in my work, and I do overly revolutionary works and all of that.
Interesting. Well, let's come to talk about your work. The latest, of course, is Not a Victim. Tell us about it.
Yes, Not a Victim is a campaign. Like, we've been on media tour, actually. It's a campaign, a kind of video that we put out there to make sure that people who are victimized, it's basically talking about victimization. And what's victimization? It's victimization is like an unjust treatment towards someone when you carefully somehow inflict injury on someone or something like that. So people are feeling depressed on a daily basis. People are feeling neglected. People are feeling they want to kill themselves. They want to commit suicide and all of that because of somehow sad experiences. They've passed through a lot of things and all of that. So the Not a Victim video is a challenge. It's not just like a piece, it's a charge to people to think above where they've been, think above where you are to where you're going to. It's not about what has happened to you. You've got enough experience already. A lot of things have happened to you. You're a victim of rape, you're a victim of a drug and all of that. You can convert all of these sad experiences to good experience. You can convert all of these things to knowledge that you can use in growing. So it's a charge to a lot of people. If you watch the video, you see a lot of violence and a lot of things, drug, domestic violence, and all of that. So it's basically telling the people who are affected, this is not where your life ends.
Was this based on a personal experience, or you just felt like...
Well, I've been asked this question before, but basically it's not really like it's a personal experience, but what I see on a daily basis, what I see people experience, what I see people go through. Even before I came here, even a lot of people complain to me online and tell me stuff and all of that. So it kind of piles up in the society. It's there. So people are not really seeing who can listen to them, who they can talk to, and all of that. So all of these things are, you know, just the issue.
Yeah, of course, it's also good to note that some of these things have cause and effect. Have you looked at how, what actually do cause some of these things that you're talking about? And do you think that spoken word artists or inspirational artists like you are doing enough with their words to address salient issues facing us in society today?
Let me take the first one. The cause, basically, somehow is ignorance. Now, if I don't know what I carry, if I don't know the information I carry, if I don't know what I carry, my capability or ability on the inside, I may think below. Now, a lot of people don't really know what they can do. They don't know they can exceed beyond what they see. They think only within the environment. They don't think above the environment. You can succeed even with the little resource you have. Because someone disappointed you or broke your heart or maybe something didn't work out or something doesn't mean you take your life. Because you are in a place where you can't afford anything does not mean you take your life or you go and start doing something negative in the society. No, you can think beyond that. All the sad experiences can be converted to good experience. Now, the second one, of course, poets and spoken word artists, somehow before now may not have actually been doing well so much to, you know, curb these things. But now, what I've chosen in my own art is to combine, why I call myself an inspirational artist, is to combine poetry, combine spoken word, combine writing and everything together to produce a creative composition. And what am I doing? If you look at the video, you see a flavor of poetry, you see a flavor of spoken word, you see a flavor of everything in it. So what I do just to deliver everything at once and try as much as possible to use my art to carry out a lot. I've actually, before now, I do more of writing, of course, poetry. And all of that. But then I decided to do more of videos because writing somehow, of course, with cognizance to literacy barriers and all of that, we may not really reach out to a lot of people. And basically, even the people who need this thing most are the people who do really somehow have these limitations in, you know, literacy and all. So we decided to do videos to reach out to people so they can see, even if they can't hear, they can see and all of that.
All right, so tell us about other works that you've done aside this.
Aside this video, I've done other works of poetry. I've done titles like Broken, I've done titles like Lagos, Nigeria, Africa. I've done a lot of other works. Even 2013, that was when I read my first book. Basically, it was for young people. That was Poems and Morals. I did first. That was when I started, 2013. That was poetry. But then after a while, I realized that, okay, I can actually do more videos. Can actually do more of spoken words and all of that. I've actually done an album, a spoken word album. That was in 2016.
Interesting.
The title of the album is Back of the Coin. So I had about 10 tracks of spoken word there. So if you listen to it, it's mixed and filled with inspiration. Things that can lift you up from your environment to another realm.
Yeah, interesting. And I also know that one of the biggest moments for poets like you and spoken word artists like you is to grace, you know, great stage and perform to a larger audience. Have you been opportune?
Well, I don't really crave to perform on the stage, actually. My passion is to make sure that I use whatever I do to. It's not really about just going to stand on stage and minister to people and all of that. Yes, I do. I'm called sometimes to talk to people in inspirational words and all of that, you know, encourage people and all. But then my passion goes beyond the stage. My passion is to reach out to people on the screen, on the radio, and all of that. That's my passion.
So what makes a good poet, you know, a good writer?
Well, what makes you a good poet is for you to be original. You have to be original, you have to be true to yourself, reflect people's experiences, show people's experiences, and then teach other people's stuffs and all of that. All
right, so I would love to see you act out or play out or, you know, talk to us about the Not a Victim. Maybe we just have to take a little stand and perform this fantastic work by Vine the poet. He titles it Not a Victim.
I'm going to hear the sound.
Yeah. All right, if my producer is ready, we might just want to get the sound while he does this in making. And of course, we wish you all the best, and we hope to see more fantastic work from you. What are we expecting very soon?
Yeah, something very, very revolutionary as well. After this, we're going into something more that can as well cause about a change in the society. So after this, we are heading to do more works.
Yeah, you also wrote something, a very tiny book at a point in time. So we hope to see, of course, you write.
Yes.
All right, take it away.
Okay, so the sound, I need the sound of the...
Some believe. Curse. What you've been through does not make you a victim. It only makes you a victor.
Take it again.
Vine, the poet.
If you're ready, let's roll with that.
Okay. I guess the technical glitch there.
All right, just start. You could just freestyle with it. Okay.
Okay, basically, okay, what I'll do is this. The not a victim is basically a charge. Sometimes you think your expectations and desires are denied. You're rejected, violated, abused, and broken. Your fears have become your reality. Your tears have become so familiar with the past, they journey down your cheek. You've got episodes of stories even a million ears can satisfy. You see no you feel everyone else is better. Let me seize this moment to educate you there. It means you've gathered so much knowledge and experience. Those are tools for greatness. So stop the tears and buying of sympathy and start laying steps of greatness with those stones thrown at you. You could change the names you were called because they have no power except the power you give them. Ugly past? Yes, we have some fair share. So while your conscience arrests you each time those moments play back, you must not allow it to lock you up in the prison of your own mind. Limitations? Nah, they don't limit you. It's only a mind game. Think above them while you go through it. Don't worry about the losses. They are minor setbacks for the major wins. Stay on track. Don't let what you don't have stop you from getting what you deserve. The experiences you're going through are the things that helps you to grow. Just before you shed those precious tears, know that rejections and disappointment are divinely programmed for your success story. Believe me when I say, you are not a victim. While you look around for solutions, your aches, let this piece always remind you to renew your mind and change what you feed it. Grow the physical muscles as well as the mind muscle. Recreate your imaginations, neglect the hesitations, and don't be afraid to start all over. And when you start, please know that everybody's got their pace. So don't worry about their pace. Just stay focused to your race to get your rightful place. Listen, permit my admiration. You are an inspiration. You are a hero. You are just unique. Don't let anybody stop you from being yourself. Don't let anybody tell you abnormal. The world needs your gift. So don't be distracted and intimidated by the fake lives and fancy fames shown to you by friends, radio, TV, and newspapers. They all drain your drive and leave you with the thought that you can't get there. But don't worry about that. That's just a theory called agenda setting. What matters is what you tell yourself and not what you're told. So don't let the world set the pace for you. Yes, you set your own pace. Be alive while you do that. Curse. What you've been through does not make you a victim. What you've been through does not make you a victim.
Fantastic.
It only makes you a victim.
Thank you very much. That's really fantastic. We're looking forward to more campaigns, especially one that will address insurgency as it's plaguing us in the country. Thank you very much, Vine the Poet. You can reach him on Vine the Poet on Instagram, Facebook, and all social media platforms. We look forward to fantastic works from you. Thank you very much for gracing our book review segment.
Thank you.
Well, that's the bit we can take right here on our Creative Corner this Wednesday morning. Up next is the newspaper review segment, proudly brought to you by MTN. Stay tuned.
It only makes you a victor. Vine.